morning. Welcome to We Are Live. It's Chris Denman, live from the Midcoast Studios. Midcoast Studio is in Grand Center? Yeah, that's right. St. Louis, Missouri. Check out midcoast.media for more information on what we're doing. I am here in St. Louis. Joining us live from New York, Marvis Morell. Good morning, Travis.
Hello, St. Louis, and hello, Walnuts.
He really jumps the gun on that these days. Intern Tommy sitting in Travis's seat. Hello, Tommy. He's throwing up his walnut. Yeah, I think so.
There you go, Tommy.
Text Travis about it. You'll hear about it never. The great Chris Gardner is the producer. He is here. How are you?
Good morning, gentlemen. And good morning, Walnuts.
Wow, this is a big morning. Big morning for the Walnuts, indeed. If you're streaming on Facebook, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit share. Let us know how you're feeling in the comments. We've got lots to get to today. Travis, how's day? Did you make it through the night in New York? The what was that wine called? The Pinot Gris you were sipping on? Oh no. Oh,
Prophecy.
Prophecy.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, I foresee a hangover.
Still got a little bit left. Still got a little bit left.
So it didn't get too wild. The Blues are taking over the local news here. They win in overtime. They advance to the conference finals. Did you stay up and watch the hockey tournament?
I did. I was able to find a online link, and I was able to watch it late here in New York City without disturbing any of my roommates or neighbors, and it was vainglorious, shall I say, Chris? What a game! Pat Maroon, St. Louis kid, taking out the other St. Louis kid, Ben Bishop, Chaminade grad. It was pretty awesome. What an intense game! I cannot imagine what the people inside of Enterprise Center were going through last night. Because that game, if we're going to be frankly honest, there's no way in hell the Blues should have won that game last night. There were multiple scoring opportunities for the Stars to put the Blues away in that late first overtime. And I don't know, grace of God, luck, Bennington still playing out of his mind. Somehow the Blues won that game, and that's pretty awesome. I can't believe they're going to the Western Conference Finals.
All of St. Louis dragging ass today. Like, they have to be.
As they
right?
should.
They have to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 18,000 plus. Watched that happen live, and I'm sure a million around the city watched it on TV. Gardner, you look perplexed?
Yeah, Travis mentioned Ben Bishop was a Chaminade grad, but he didn't mention where Pat Maroon graduated from. And I was wondering why not.
From old Oakville.
Okay.
Down by Ronnie's.
Because let's just say the folks in Oakville don't take kind to my liking.
What?
So
what is they like? Everybody from Oakville's perfectly fine.
Sure.
We'll do
Yeah.
fair. We'll do fair or foul today. It's an interesting topic that Gardner can explain. We've got a melee to get to. Don't forget Dr. Ed Muñeco from Hillside Animal Hospital will be in to play Dogs on Film in the second hour. Hopefully it's not a bad showing for myself and Travis with Tommy and Dr. Ed, both involved with that. Gardner, you want to drop the fair or foul topic and please explain in detail?
Yeah, we got a fair or foul, kind of a callback to yesterday's show. Yesterday's Travu, actually.
This is rude. Can I just say this is a very rude fair or foul?
I think it's just tying in previous content and kind of furthering the story some, Travis.
You're a writer. You know how that works.
What was your Travu yesterday?
I try a view of a New York City hot dog.
That's what you call the New York City hot dog.
Yeah, it's a lazy children's treat.
It's a step away from chopping it up and putting it in macaroni and cheese.
Uh-huh.
So
That's fair.
It also only has one condiment on it, one that is frowned upon by the National Hot Dog and Sausage Council.
Thank you.
And the rules of etiquette. After the age of 18, you're not supposed to put ketchup on a hot dog. So you're fair or foul.
Sugar paste.
A grown-ass man dressing a hot dog with nothing but ketchup.
Gardner, I like this fair or foul, and we'll reward people that write in funny emails based on this topic with $10 to Buzz's Wine Grill. Does that sound okay to you, Gardner? How about a poll? You got a melee today. I like that. That means you're peppy when you've got a poll in the morning, Gardner. It means your brain's functioning. You've had maybe a new record time on the scooter. The menthol's flowing. Things are going well.
So, once again, to something we discussed yesterday, discussed Law and Order and potential Law and Order tours in New York City. Maybe one Travis could take. Something along those lines. So, I wanted to ask what your favorite Law and Order is or was. Hard to keep track of them. So it's of these 4 Law and Order television series, which is your favorite? Law and Order, Law and Order Criminal Intent, Law and Order Special Victims Unit, or Law and Order Trial by Jury.
It's great. I've seen none of them. Is that bad?
Yes.
You've seen some of the Law and Orders.
Mm-mm. No, I've seen. I know. I'm aware they exist. I'm not trying to be.
But you've seen
an
episode. You've seen an episode of Law and Order or Law and Order SVU. You've seen at least one episode of one of those 2 shows.
I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. I know.
You're telling me you have not seen an episode of a series that's been on air about as long as you've been alive?
How many episodes of Duck Dynasty have you watched, Travis?
I've actually watched 2.
Damn it! Didn't do my research. Why would you watch that show?
Because I wanted to find out what the hype was about, and then people started telling me that these guys are actual yuppies and they're not real Southerners, so I wanted to see for myself.
Interesting.
So that's why I checked it out. But you're telling me, at least literally, I think between the 2 SVU and the original Law and Order, I want to say that's a total of 46 seasons. So you're telling me you haven't seen one episode?
I honestly don't think so.
Hollywood star has appeared on Law and Order.
Every single one.
The only reason I find that to be amazing is because of my theory that Law and Order is on every second of the day somewhere in the world.
Exactly.
Right.
That you would have stumbled across it and lost the remote somehow and just didn't feel like looking for it, and you end up watching it. That's why I find it amazing, because it's so in your face and so around you, it's hard to avoid.
Yeah. How does it end? Or is that the show where the actor would always show his ass?
No, that was Dennis Franz in NYPD Blue.
NYPD Blue. Okay, gotcha. Tommy, you look like you're upset. Your glasses are fogging. What's going on?
Okay, you're ready for some ass
First,
talk, buddy.
I want to say that between Law and Order and Law and Order SVU, there's 41 seasons. And
Travis or Gardner, whoever said that. Travis, nice work.
Yeah, that's it. Also, it's a good show. You should watch it. I'll send you some episodes.
I'm all right.
There's some on
Thank
Netflix.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate
Tommy, what are your
offer.
favorite episodes?
Yeah.
Do you have...
Break
there's
this
one
down
with
for an hour,
Robin
guys.
Williams.
Oh yeah,
It's pretty good.
kind of.
Those are good.
Some hot Law and Order talk this morning.
That one, he just kind of walks into the police station at one
Yeah.
point.
It's-
I remember that
It's
one.
an intense episode.
There is an episode where there's a woman who's a serial rapist, and what she does is that she was basically drugging these very rich, wealthy men of New York, using a cattle prod to get them aroused, getting them to climax inside of her and have their babies.
That sounds like something Travis would say, like, man, I'm at risk for that.
Ripped
Like,
from the headlines.
Yeah.
That's ripped from the headlines, man.
How did you feel about
I'm just reading it as it is.
How did you feel about that episode, Travis?
I was startled. I didn't like it was set up very well because you thought these really rich, wealthy men were taking advantage of this woman, but it turns out it was part of her plan all along to get basically money out of these rich men because they didn't want to actually go through the process of paying for the child. So they would just give her cash, like $25,000, and she would do this to a bunch of men, and she was a baller. And it was a very disturbing episode because Detective Benson had never seen a woman completely take advantage of the system that way. Thanks,
That's
Gardner.
perfect. That's absolutely perfect. I think that case in particular would be a great crossover for a Scooby-Doo episode as well.
Why?
They figure it out. That'd be fun. Yeah, the dog and the stoner and the people. They're like, oh, we figured it out, and then it just kind of turns into a really awkward thing. Did we freeze Travis's screen or is he messing? No, okay, good. You guys don't like the crossover episode idea with that? Children tuning in for that?
That's
Picturing
too dark, man.
picturing Daphne as a serial rapist now. All of a sudden.
I mean, you paint your story, I'll paint mine. Okay, that's how it works. Oh boy, yeah. So that's I understand when people are perplexed, but I've never seen an episode of The Big Bang Theory. I've never seen. I don't know. There's a bunch of stuff that's been
So you
on.
just don't watch TV.
Not
It has to
not
be.
stuff I don't want to watch, right? Like, why would I give that
But
a
these
chance?
are like, but I don't understand. Like these are shows that, like to Gardner's point, like you can't go to the lobby of a hotel, at a car mechanic shop, when you're waiting for your doctor. Like it's always on. So I'm like Gardner. I would imagine that at some point you would have just watched it by accident.
And I can imagine people
I'm saying full episodes. I'm not saying
Yeah.
I haven't seen it on
like
a
a
TV
scene or
briefly.
something. Yeah. And I can understand how people would be turned off by the show because it's so in your face and all around you. That's one of the reasons like I dislike the NFL so much. Even before the Rams had left with the relocation process, was that it was just all around you, and with them though the storylines were just forced and contrived and really boring AF, and I just couldn't deal with it. So I could see like when something's in your face and all around you, how you can get kind of push it away some too. Like I don't, someone else deal with this, not me.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm just a curmudgeon or there's just other things to do
You're a curmudgeon.
than watch garbage that
Thank
I
you,
have no
Tommy.
interest
I'm
in.
glad you said
Oh,
it.
no, don't support this, by the way. I don't appreciate that. By the way, Travis, you're an expert in New York now. I don't mean to transition out of my my TV talk. I want to know something we don't know about New York that you've learned in the 72 hours that you've been there. Do you have anything that you've picked up so far? You seem to be an expert. You're already recommending that comics come there with you, take over the world, start a new New York City version of We Are Live. There's a lot going through your head right now. I want to know something. You've walked the streets. You've ate your version of a New York hot dog. You've probably put in an order for a Yankees hat. What's going on in New York? What's something we don't know about it yet?
The very first pizza place in America opened up in New York in 1905, and presently, as of at least 2018 statistics, there are over 1,600 pizza restaurants throughout the greater New York area.
That sounds.
That is very rehearsed
Legit.
and legit. I'm very, very, very concerned.
And
Did you have a stroke? What's in that? Is there arsenic in that prophecy? What's going on?
No, I kind of made it my goal to try to hit up every major popular pizza joint in the five boroughs. So I've already hit up Brooklyn's, one of their better ones called Royal Pizza.
Did you go there last
And
night?
I did, but I had to hit them with the Euro step. I wanted pizza, but it was late, and I was like, that's not going to be great on my stomach, especially since I have to get up very early to do this thing. And so I just decided to get some a gyro, as the young people call it.
Gotcha. At what point do you see your budget running out this week? Like for the whole 3 months? Like which day? We're down to Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
I know what you're saying, but I think a lot of people are going to find this a bit surprising. New York, as far as food and transportation, is very affordable. When it comes to food, especially here in the Queens, Brooklyn area, there are tons of mom and pop restaurants that offer affordable meals. You won't spend as much. You probably end up spending about as much as you would in St. Louis when it comes to food. Now, obviously, if you want to head down to certain places, the 4 or 5 star restaurants, obviously the prices go up. But if you're a middle class American, like obviously I am, and many of the folks around this area are, you can certainly eat affordably here. There are grocery stores, bodegas, almost on every other corner. So as far as me having to eat out every night, it's not necessary. I can easily just go to the grocery store that's less than a 5-minute walk from here and pile up for a few weeks. So I'm done a pretty good job staying within my budget so far.
Well, I like that, and I also
I may even splurge. I may even splurge today. I may go to a Yankee game this afternoon. So I may spend a few bucks on that. Yeah.
So do you think? I was thinking maybe for the poll tomorrow, maybe doing a melee of should Travis be a Yankees or Mets fan?
Ooh, I don't
Black
know.
dudes
It's
can get
kind of
away with
weird.
that. You can get away with that because
Yeah.
you can wear the American League Yankees hat and nobody's going to think twice about it. If I do that, people are, what are you doing? It's a fashion statement for you. It's not fair.
I'm gonna go where the better looking women are, and I think the better looking women of New York are Yankee fans. So I think I'll if I had to choose between the two, it'd probably be being a Yankee fan. And plus, they're
Okay,
the closest to the Cardinals in World Series.
I'm gonna tweet this clip out, um, and let everyone know that you're living in Queens and saying
Hmm.
this
For this week? Yeah.
about the Mets,
Mm-hmm.
which
Yeah.
their house is in Queens, and you're saying the
Hmm.
better looking women kind of flock to the Bronx.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they're going to handle it there, Travis. I don't know what they're going to say when they find out, like how Mike Francesa is going to respond when he hears this kind of news coming from you.
I think chubby drunks are mostly Mets fans, so I'm not worried about it. They
Mm.
probably can't catch me because I think that's who the fat people of New York cheer for. I think
Are
they
there
cheer
fat
for the
people in New York?
Mets. I'm not even joking. I have yet to see one. And like I said, I think I'm the thickest human being in the Brooklyn area right now. So yeah, I don't. I haven't seen a Chris Gardner type since I've moved up here.
I
Nobody well fed?
Mm.
Well, they got to walk everywhere. I lime scooter everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
I do recall. I don't remember if I added this detail when I've told the story before. I might have, but the only Mets Yankees game I've ever been to back in the late '90s when I was in New York City. The only time I've been there as a 19-year-old. There was a guy. It was when Ray Ordonez was the shortstop for the Mets, and Jeter
Oh
was the
wow.
shortstop for the Yankees. And a guy in a Yankees jersey, I'm in Shea Stadium, walks by our section. He's got a bald head. It's painted white with the Yankees emblem on it, and he's walking by with just both birds flying, both middle fingers up. And one of the guy in the Ordonez jersey just yells at him, "You suck!" And then that guy yells back, "You suck!" And then the guy in the Mets jersey says, "Jeter sucks," because this guy's wearing a Jeter jersey. Then it's an Ordonez sucks. Then it's a "You suck, you suck." And then they just start yelling that, and then our entire section just starts chanting, "You suck, you suck, you suck." At this, I'm like, this seems like a cliched New York
Right.
moment. And I'm like, did I just walk into a cliche, or is this stereotype actually true?
I do like when stereotypes come to life because they
Yeah,
always do.
'cause
They always do.
You're like, oh man, like, is this real?
Yeah.
Like, I thought this was a joke. So let me know if anything like that happens. 'Cause
Travis,
I
yeah.
walked into that.
Okay.
That's our theory. Like anytime we've been to California or Southern California, you get into the beach towns, and you've got the people that start doing the whatever, man. All right, dude, cool. Hang 10, man. And you're like, oh, this is how you speak. Oh, you're being serious. Okay, like that. Or if someone from California would come to, we'll just say Texas, and they see a guy with a 10-gallon hat and the belt buckle and all that. Have you seen the Guido type in New York? Has anybody stood out to you? I do know you're in a different area, but anybody like that? You're like, oh, okay, you look like somebody from what casting call for an extra New Yorker.
I'm sure at some point throughout the coming weeks I'll run into that stereotype. But honestly, because New York, like LA, tons of transplants. Everyone, again, my very brief time here, I've encountered have been incredibly Midwestern type of nice. People have said hello on the street. People have been helpful in helping with directions. I went to the cleaners yesterday. The people inside the cleaners were very polite and helpful, and just one thing I guess maybe it's the neighborhood that I'm currently in. And again, just being here for a few days, everyone that I've encountered here is in many respects no different than the folks who live in St. Louis. They're just trying to take care of their families, do it with as little trouble as possible. And that's kind of been the really cool surprise so far. And not that I anticipated folks being one way or the other, but There's been some Midwest sensibilities, if you will, I've seen out of New Yorkers so far. So that's been a really cool treat, but no stereotypes so far. I have seen the very machismo NYPD police officers. You know, the guys that's just like, hey, keep it moving. I've seen that
How's
as
it
far
go?
as stereotypes. Hey, keep it moving.
Okay, good.
How's that? Pretty good.
Yeah, that was
Um,
solid.
but again, look, I'm 6'1", 210 pounds muscle, and
210 pounds, my ass.
I have been in it. I think I sometimes when I walk the streets, I can be considered an intimidating presence.
Mm.
So I haven't been able to encounter certain stereotypes so far, but maybe here in the coming weeks.
Well, keep up the great work, Gardner.
I had a couple other things. You did not get into yesterday. You didn't get into witnessing something weird on the subway. I don't believe, which you did witness something weird
No,
on the subway. Please let
I
us know
didn't.
what that was.
Um, on my trip to Manhattan for the first time on Monday,
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed the train. I left after rush hour. I didn't need to be in Manhattan until later in the evening, so I took my time so I didn't have to run into getting lost. I wanted to get a better understanding as to where I was going. So the train, obviously everyone's at work, and but I was getting set to step off my destination in Manhattan. I looked to my right, and there is a man about 6'4", 275-pound African American who is just going to town with an electric razor on his head on the train.
So you slapped
Just
it out of his
just
hands and you said, "That's rude."
Man, and you could hear it. And again, the beauty about New York, and it's similar to, even things in St. Louis, when you see something odd happening, you give a quick glance
Mm-hmm.
and then you go about your life.
You didn't
And
go over
so,
there and like, hey, let me line you up.
Yeah.
well, the only time that I really, I mean, I was just very curious as to what he was doing. Obviously, after shaving his head, he wanted to get rid of the hair, and he was shaking it on the side of the rail as the hair fell to the floor. And that's when I realized, oh, yeah, baby, I'm in the Big Apple
Mm-hmm.
now. So that
Mm-hmm.
was certainly a moment. It's not as bad as someone putting actual shaving cream on their head and using a straight edge. Many videos I've actually seen of that,
Yeah.
and but it was certainly a eye-opening moment because you can tell, hey man, either had to go to work or he had to go in for a job interview, and he wanted to make sure he looked right, and the man didn't care that he was on a train using an electric razor.
Does that happen on the Metrolink?
No, he would have been clubbed and they would have taken the clippers. Yeah,
Oh.
Man, it would have been an actual barbershop on the Metrolink. There have been someone getting lined up.
funniest six people you ever met in your life that have never performed on any kind of stage. Like, man, well, this is a great storytelling group, huh?
That's how I'm gonna top LeBron's show. I wanna produce now a show, a barbershop type show, but it's on the Metrolink, and so it
That would be
travels, and people like get on and off and just kind of sit and do whatever. That's my new idea. So take that, LBJ.
Yeah, I like that.
oh, you show the king. You show him.
Mm-hmm.
We need to come up with things Travis could do on the train in New York. I feel like we could take Tommy's spirit of wanting to get his ass beat on
got
the wall world
got it.
stars type videos. What do you have, Tommy?
Just point at people on the subway.
He did it for you listening at home. He's just pointing. You just do that. I don't think any kind of emotion. You just point and then move on with your day, or hold it, then move on with your day.
I was in Chicago and I pointed at somebody on the subway, and my friend was like, "Don't
Why
do
would you
that."
do that? Why would you do that?
Yeah. Why did you point at
Why
them?
would
Well,
you
I
point?
wasn't pointing like at somebody, but I was pointing at like a sticker next to them, like,
Oh.
and they were like, "You don't do that because they're gonna think you're pointing at you, and you're gonna get hit."
That's just automatic thing. So wait, but there's two kinds of points. There's hello point,
I went like this.
and okay, three kinds of points. There's aggressive point, and then
I
there's
aggressively pointed at a
you
sticker.
aggressively point. Okay, but then there's also the snicker point. Like, look at that, get a load of this one, huh?
That's
You
probably
did the
worse.
aggressive point. Yeah, the like, oh, you're pointing at me like a circus freak and can't see me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the worst.
Yeah, I pointed at, but there was, yeah. So I was.
Travis should put an earpiece in, and we should get to call out what kind of point and who he does it to. Deal?
It's almost as if there's a show of 5 pranksters who go
Doesn't sound like it would work.
plug in their ear, and some of the guys are in a booth, and one of the guys goes out and actually does what the friends are telling him to do. Man, that actually that's maybe something we should certainly pitch to a network. Maybe we could be on TV, for maybe 8, 9, 10 seasons.
I bet
I don't
TV
know.
would
I'll see.
I think I've seen 2 episodes of that.
Uh-huh.
It's very funny.
They like to
I'm
watch
surprised
it.
you haven't seen more. You seem like the type that would watch
Oh,
it.
that's funny. Speaking of hilarious
good one, Tommy. Get
interns,
his ass.
we received a tweet that has been reported
Yeah, we
to Twitter management yesterday. Someone is obviously taking drugs and using Twitter. After Tommy's, we'll call it appearance yesterday, he kind of just leeches around here. He's getting more mic time.
Yeah.
I'm actually very averse to it, but seems to be working. So for now, we'll do that. Seth wants you to take a piss on the subway also, Travis. I think that's too common. I think enough people do that. Travis, we've been at this almost 4 years, had some successful moments, some good laughs. Celebrities say that we're their favorite interview stop. It's hearty, it's heartfelt. But yesterday, we were attacked online, and I think we need to highlight that. Gardner, do you have any visual evidence of said attack?
I don't have visual evidence, but
Oh,
I
okay.
have the tweet that you're referencing.
Please.
That got
I
some
have a
conversation.
screenshot of it. if you
Oh,
need it.
yeah.
Oh,
Tommy put it
yeah.
in a locket and will carry it around for the rest of his life.
Well, I'll just read it at this point. It was sent by the Hunchback of Von Castle to us. Podcasting today's show. Tommy is the funniest person on the show, period.
Damn.
Period.
No room for wiggling.
It.
That's
Travis.
right, guys.
I think it hurts the most because I agree.
It's funny how? Funny like a clown?
No.
Just funnier than you.
Funny.
There you go.
Just funny like a stupid toddler falling down the steps? Like, what do you mean by
It
That's
just
right. Freeze up.
funny?
It just said funny, period.
Right.
Or funniest, period.
Huh.
Okay.
It means I got the most laughs per minute. In
Oh,
that
wow.
episode.
LPMs, as they're known.
That's
wow.
a comedian.
Are they?
That's good. Travis, I will say that, again, blocked and reported the drug addict immediately, and we're going to move past this. We're going to get stronger, and we're going to prove him wrong, okay?
I think Tommy is the funniest on the show. I completely
Damn.
agree with that tweet.
Yeah. I don't want to fight
I
about
don't.
it
There's,
either.
yeah. I mean, yeah. It's sure. Yeah, go for it, man. It's like saying you're the best player in the New York Knicks. Hey, man, whatever you can do to get into a club, there you go.
Tommy just did his patented jump shot for those of you listening.
I'll tell you,
Yeah, it's one of those things.
I tell you what,
I know our
they
I
got
know
the
our good friend
logo.
Beebs is heading.
They got the logo for the NBA. You know.
I know Beebs is out of the country here. What do you post the logo?
What?
What? You're breaking
You
up.
Tommy
broke
should
up.
be the logo.
Tom. Oh,
Yes,
yeah. If
that's
we
what
just
I
have
was
a
saying,
Tommy
yeah.
logo for We Are Alive. Yeah, that'd be good. Wait, Tommy, shoot a basket to Travis. Catch it in New York, Trav. Oh, he caught it. Look at that. Another record-breaking pass. St. Louis to New York. Oh, he's coming back. Look out. Go. Oh, of course. He's got to jazz it up, of course.
And then he gets his pocket picked.
There you go, Tommy. There you go. No,
Did Tommy?
I
wait,
quit.
threw it in
did
his
Tommy,
face.
I quit.
did Tommy just literally try to put the basketball in his pocket?
He did. He said, "I'll save this for later."
And then
Chris said
then
Chris
threw
said
it in his
pocket pass, and Tommy literally tried to put it in his pocket.
That's why I'm the funniest on the show.
Oh, yeah. And Forrest Gump was the funniest in his movie too.
And let me just say,
Please.
That this
oh,
Friday-
wow. He's
If you-
can we get a camera 3? Can we get a camera 3?
Well,
no.
we have to make some adjustments.
Camera 3.
I don't know if it's gonna
Oh,
work.
yeah. Sorry. If it was a photo of a menthol cigarette on a golf cart, we'd have it up in 2
try
seconds.
And fucking run this thing. And then, no.
Oh, Gardner just
Fucking
got
morons.
serious. Gardner just got real serious.
I
Here
did.
we go.
You
Here we
pull
go.
out that kind of fucking
Oh, here we go. Can't joke around. I got a belt loop a joke a day. Unbelievable. The whole system's going to go crashing down.
Gardner-
'cause
I was
Gardner's-
going to do it. Now I'm
Gardner's
not.
upset.
I was going to
Gardner,
make it work. Now
I
I don't
care about
actually
you,
want to
Gardner.
see. I don't actually want to see.
I
his
care about you, Gardner, and I don't
close-up
want to put you through too much work. I know He doesn't care about you,
Okay,
but I
go
do.
ahead.
So I'll just look at this mic.
Well, wait.
Camera.
When you
It's this
when you
camera.
say it that way, though, Tommy.
Oh wow, you know how to coax him.
Say it that way, Tommy.
Oh wow, his first ever.
if you think
this
I'm-
will never happen again, by the way.
This is my camera 3-way.
Oh, Travis, I'm gonna kill you. Oh my God.
I love it.
if
I
you-
love
Soak
it.
it up. Soak it up.
If you think I'm funny, this Friday I'll be at the Monocle performing on
Now you're lifting Yale Hollander's act.
performing on Yale Hollander's
Oh,
show,
of
the
course.
coffee break with Tina Deball and Libby Higgins.
Oh my
Come out,
God.
it's gonna be great.
Brutal. We didn't even get a live read for our show in
Oh,
yet, and
wow.
he stole the freaking camera time. Did Yale hand you 2 nickels in the parking lot?
No, he
whenever was
didn't.
leaving? Okay, well he won't now, but you should. You got to do that, man. If you're gonna steal Yale's plugging thing, you got to make sure he pays you first.
I mean, I was plugging his show, so it's
okay.
almost the same.
All right, great. Travis, I'm appalled.
I like it. I like the
Oh.
chutzpah.
He says chutzpah now that he's in New York. Okay. Travis, I do want to acknowledge that we need to get like a graphic that says chat roulette at the bottom of your little bubble. That's what I feel like we're watching you on.
I'm telling you, this is the Goodwill's version of Around the Horn. I have to.
That's fair. That's who we are.
It's around the horn.
I'm very curious to see how this. Oh God, Tommy, shut up! Just shut up! Just shut up!
This is
You're-
pretty bad if you don't know what that is. You really don't know what that
I
You're-
is?
really don't.
It's a
Yes,
it's
you
a panel
guys-
show that's
you
been on
guys
for
suck.
20 years. That's sports reporters saying stupid stuff every 2 seconds.
What a pathetic group of people. You got Chris, who hasn't seen a Law and Order episode. Tommy doesn't even know what the hell Around the Horn is. Well, what is wrong with you two? Why are you even on television right now?
Well, listen, you're an elitist New Yorker. I get it, but we're going to do our best, and we're going to fight through this together.
We're just a couple of.
What are
country
you
kids.
hillbillies in St. Louis doing today?
Man, today's a busy day. We've got to prep for the big show tomorrow. We have a comedy show at Southtown Pub. Free Comedy Thursday. That's right. Nathan Orton headlining. Our friends Kate Barton, Brian McDowell, and Jason Brennan. He's from Ireland, Tommy.
I know.
He will just say, great. I'm
Great.
excited.
I'm
Great.
excited.
Sounds fun. See you at 8.
See you at 8.
Free show, 8 o'clock. Come get some smoked wings, hang out with myself. Maybe we'll even video Travis in for part of it, and he can do 5 minutes to open the show on vMix. We'll do that. And you come out, karaoke after. Again, Jason Brennan, Kate Barton, Brian McDowell, Nathan Orton. Gonna be a fun time. Free Comedy Thursday every week at Southtown Pub. When are you hitting the comedy club? Tonight?
I'm gonna try to do it tonight. I'm actually on Seth Meyers' ticket, so I'm trying to see if I can check out Seth Meyers' show this afternoon. If I don't get a call back here in a couple hours, I'm probably gonna try to hit comedy or sorry, I might never get there. So I'm gonna try to hit up Gotham Comedy Club.
Oh, nice.
Or Upright Citizens Brigade's got a show tonight with, I guess, their instructors. Their instructors put on a show, and so I'm gonna try to go check that out. And I do Seth Meyers' show this evening.
That'll be a good time. I've never been. I've only thing I've ever been to taping. Travis and I went to. Every decent memory I have is with this numbskull. Went and visited Tim Convey when he was a producer on Nikki Glazer's Not Safe with Nikki Glazer for Comedy Central. Got to see who was their opener. He's come through St. Louis. He's got his own podcast. Damn it! It was really fun watching him do audience warm up before the show, and it's somebody I can't.
He
think of
was.
his name. Dan.
It was a surprise. It was a white male comic. Yeah, it was somebody very rare.
I hope it's nothing but white male comics
Yeah.
at the club tonight.
Yeah.
That you go see. That's right. No, those live shows are really fun. Seth Meyers. I don't know if he does anything interesting, but I bet his audience warm up guy is a lot of fun too, or gal.
I wanted to find out.
I wanted I've never seen a late night show, so I would love to see it.
Weren't you supposed to go to not a taping, but a checkout? Is it The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel?
Oh yeah, did you go scout around and were you asked to be an extra?
I was asked to be an extra, but they had everything set up. They were actually shutting things down. Apparently, they start filming like at 6, 7 in the morning. So I was unable to make it because I was doing a particular podcast.
Gotcha. We
Hmm.
have the Black Sheep commenting. This is from earlier. I just have to read it because I think it's actually a pretty good idea. I like the outfit idea. Travis should dress as an old-time ticket collector and walk down the aisles asking for tickets and announcing stops. That would be fantastic. You don't even have to shave, but I want a bristly walrus mustache on you too. That'd be good. It has to be white though, like white gray hair mustache. Like I feel like an old-timey ticket taker would have that mustache, and I think you'd play that part well.
Honestly, I think that will play well in St. Louis. What you have to understand is that every silly video viral idea that everyone comes up with, someone in New York has done 10, 20, 30 times. And so most New Yorkers at this point will probably stab you in the face if you start doing these kind of hijinks on a subway train. They
Would it
don't
be?
care for these type of hijinks. They're
You don't know
literally
that.
not in the mood for your little silly comedy routine
That's what
on a
makes them funny.
train when they're
Yeah.
having to take. They have to travel 45 minutes to get to work. They had to take 3 trains and 2 buses. They're not trying to see a kid, just trying to get Amy Poehler's attention. They're not trying to entertain him. They don't care for him. They don't.
I'm
They
not
don't want
exactly
any
a
of that.
kid.
Yeah, no. You're middle aged, really. The
And you said they a lot there. I thought you were a New Yorker. Shouldn't
oh yeah,
you be saying we?
yeah.
Yeah, man. We don't care for that mess.
Okay.
No,
Okay,
it's
yeah.
it's I no man on the streets here in New York.
Pretty
That's
great
been
place to do
done,
it.
and yeah, sure, certainly.
Oh,
I can
here's a way
imagine
for me
that.
not to do some work and just have the day to myself. Blah 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 blah.
Gar-
Okay.
According to Chris, I need to get on sales, so I have to make my rounds to see if the local dry cleaners would like to sponsor a podcast out of St. Louis.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Perfect. Here's your pitch. Yeah, like listen. On the off chance somebody from St. Louis is in this neighborhood and they happen to tune into our show, just think they're gonna pick you first for their $7 tie. That's right. No,
yeah,
just
yeah, I
shake
just
your
don't
head
know,
at me.
man.
You're just not
I'm
into
I'm
it.
out in these streets, man. I'm out in these streets
Good for you.
trying to live a life, living the dream, and you guys are trying to put me in harm's way. I see how it is.
While you're in those streets, Travis, I'd
Let
like
me
to remind you.
guess. They're gonna remind me of why I'm in these streets, aren't you?
Well, it's from great places
Is-
like St. Louis Counseling Services supporting us. What do you think of that? Huh? That's right. Oh, he's
Ooh.
looking up. He's like, is the graphic there? St. Louis Counseling Services. You can check out the website online, stlouiscounseling.org, improving lives since 1955, doing their best to break down mental illness stigma. And you know how else they do that, guys? Mental Health Matters. Wonderful podcast recorded right here. Gardner, let's get him back on my side after the anger earlier. Gardner does a wonderful job doing a little board hopping for that, doing a little producing here and there. So thanks to Chris Gardner for his work on Mental Health Matters, and thanks to all their hard work getting out there, helping businesses, helping people with mental health and counseling issues, everybody. Travis joining us live from New York. If you're just joining, we've got a great fair or foul today on the live stream. A grown-ass man dressing a hot dog with nothing but ketchup. I like that we're all honestly, like, I know we joke about it, like, I think we're all honestly sort of actually offended by Travis's choice of New York hot dog. Like, you went across the country, and this is the garbage that you put in
I
your
will be
gullet.
outright offended.
That's good.
Because not even mustard, man. You could do so much better.
I will do better, Tommy.
You could do better in a quick
apologize.
trip.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have. Don't
Exactly,
threaten me with a good
that's-
time.
I don't know if we want to get into it right this second. Gardner, if you've got anything else New York-wise to hit, let's hit it now.
Actually, I wanted to revisit something with the Blues Room.
Please, please.
Because we saw the lady that was behind the bench in Dallas.
Tweeted out by the
I
We Are
saw
Live
this.
account.
Yeah.
I actually, should I have an issue with this? The photo I took that went out, like you can kind of see the screen glare. I've noticed like several people cropping that photo. Should I care about that, Gardner?
Probably not.
I mean, I don't need photo credit for a stupid boob picture from a hockey game, but I just thought it was funny. Sorry.
If it was something more exclusive, then yes.
Yeah,
Most
sure.
certainly.
Right.
I agree. But apparently we had our own version last night here in town. As you can see
Nice.
there, I took this from, this was from Martin Kilcoyne's Twitter account.
Nice work.
But you can see there are gentlemen dressed up as a woman behind the bench. And I don't know what color. Is that blonde hair? What color hair is that?
It's blonde,
That's-
and it looks like he has a scarf on, but I saw other photos. This bringing up Tim Convey. I believe that's an employee of 96.3
Oh, really?
here in because Tim had some photos with him. He said work friend, so I'm assuming this guy either works for the radio station or something. He's got great seats. That could help out. But in the other photos, those are like almost fleshy looking to make it look like he's got the cleavage going on. I don't know if it's just a photo. They do look kind of yellow in the picture, but the guy's got a beard, and to do that in a Game 7 of a big-time playoff game, I give this guy props. I thought that was pretty funny. And it was a very random thing. What was it, a second and a half? That woman and her cleavage were behind the Dallas Stars bench in Texas, and then now we've got a guy parodying her the next night. I give him a lot of props. Do you guys like this stuff, or do you Travis is going to think it's lame because it wasn't a brother?
We don't do that in New York.
No, I actually did think it was very funny. No, I thought it was very funny. I thought that, yeah, I really hope it is a radio personality or someone or a comedian in St. Louis
benefit
because.
from it.
Well, yeah, I just thought it was pretty funny. Like it was the talk of Game 6 of the lady with the very nice set right behind the bench, and this is St. Louis's version because most St. Louis women look like that guy. So it makes
Oh
sense
wow!
that
He's
was-
insulting the town's women from in which he came from
My
because he's a
mom
New
is
Yorker
from
now.
here.
Yeah, you're just a jerk. Turned into a jerk. Like an ass.
What?
complete
I'm just
ass.
keeping it. Hey man, come on, forget about it.
No.
No, just because you say forget about it doesn't
I'm
mean
just
I'm
bu-
going to forget
I'm-
about it.
I'm busting your balls. Some balls busting.
I'm going to remember it. And when you get back here, you will be privy to a list of all the things you've said.
Yeah,
And
I
then
like
we will
that, Gardner.
exact our revenge
Yeah, that's good.
upon you and your family.
So Travis,
Oh, what? That wasn't
I take
necessary.
it too far, Travis.
You do.
That's why
he's got a problem.
you got to stop. Yeah, I most certainly do. We've talked about this off
Simmer
the
down.
air.
Yeah. Gardner, can I see the photo one more time?
Yeah.
I don't want to put you out or
have
have
another
you
photo,
throw
too.
the camera or something.
Oh,
But
we'll
I
see.
do want to see this one more time. Travis, I honestly thought you'd be offended and you would accuse this guy of blonde face. He's going to let me sit in it. It doesn't affect you?
Yeah, Tommy. Tommy has the same exact reaction I have right now. We're both disgusted by that attempted humor. You should apologize to that
I think
man.
it was pretty solid.
You
That
should
was a 4
apologize
out
to-
of 10.
That's fine.
Yeah, that was fine.
That's fine.
That was good.
Tommy, what do you give that? What do you give that
No,
joke?
you don't consult the intern. He better if
He's
he
not-
says anything lower than 10 out of 10, we're gonna
He's
have
not
some issues.
consulting an intern. He's technically consulting a comedian.
Oh
At this
wow! Wow! That's good.
Mother of
You're
God.
clocked in as a comedian right now. Do you think I would book you as a guest on this show? You think that you would get that chair on this show? My God, Travis, this is getting out of hand.
2 out of 10.
This is getting out of hand.
And
wow.
then 1 out of 10.
Man,
just for your
this
comment
went
before.
this went from a writing and hangout internship to a toilet cleaning internship
and then-
in one comment.
Yeah.
Man, this is bad. This is just
It's
getting
worth
out
it.
of hand. It was worth
It
it.
was worth it.
It's for my art. It's for my humor. He's walking off now. He's like, I did it. This is my whole goal.
Oh, the poor artist. Oh, cliche as old as time.
I am important.
That's right. The black sheep thought the connection got lost after that really funny joke.
I have another picture too that's been circulating this morning.
Oh wow! Oh hey, we have
Okay.
clarity. That guy's a digital manager at my sister-in-law's friend's work. So now we go in the comments. Solved.
Digital man. Oh, so that would
Gardner,
probably
get him
help-
on the show.
That'll
Yeah.
help his digital brand probably
Yeah.
as well. Right, Travis? Is that what you would say?
Yes, his digital imprint.
Oh, imprint. Okay. This photo, and I don't know who took it, or else I would love to give them credit. But Pat Maroon scoring on Ben Bishop last night to end it in double overtime, both from the St. Louis area. And this image. Was
Oh, that's an awesome picture.
Pretty cool.
That is
Yeah.
a sweet picture. That's a great photo. Are you kidding me?
yeah.
Somebody's got to frame that. That's amazing.
So I don't
How
know
in the hell did they time the hug between two St. Louis's as the flag skirts by? That is amazing.
Yeah, I couldn't.
It's pretty great.
I didn't find who took
That
it.
is an awesome photo.
But if I
Oh
do,
man, yeah, you gotta frame that. That's awesome.
I want to give them props because they deserve that. Well, you deserve credit for, I guess, any of your work, really. But like this one in particular is standing out this
I would
morning.
say the
think.
majority of people don't credit other people, and that's pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it cool last night that a New York icon in full St. Louis regalia was getting so much love? Mr. Don Draper, aka St. Louis native John Hamm, was at the game last night. He was all over the Jumbotron, all over the broadcast. And then at the end of the game, after the Blues have won, the media interviewed him as if he had just played 3 full periods of hockey himself. What did you guys think of that?
I saw the video. I thought it was really cool. He was like hugging Pat Maroon, two St. Louisans, but like that has to be the first time somebody from John Burroughs hugged somebody from Oakville in the history of St. Louis ever. Like that was
very true.
I was looking at that. I was like, I wonder if they were just like at a bar. Oh wait, they wouldn't hang out at the same bar. That's pretty funny. But
No, they would not.
I love it. I love these there. I love
John
these there.
Hamm get interviewed.
Yeah, that is
I love that he was
odd.
there, but I
Yeah.
thought the interview in the locker room was kind of with a scrum and Frank Cusimano and others were there. I'm just like, I get talking to John
I get it.
Hamm.
I totally
He's a
get it.
major Hollywood star, but to interview him as if he's one of the players, especially when Tom Stillman, the owner of the Blues, wasn't even doing interviews. But hey, you got an ambassador like John Hamm. Do what you do.
Yeah, you got to take it in, but I know exactly what you mean like that. Even though, like putting the hatred or whatever for the Cubs aside, I thought it was so strange during that World Series. Eddie Vedder kept getting interviewed. He's like, "I'm so happy. This is my team. It's great." Blah blah blah. And I was like, maybe go talk to the guys that
was
made
just
it
because
happen.
Theo wanted to play guitar with him from
That
time
was
to
yeah.
time.
He
That-
just picked out.
That
Yeah,
was the reason why.
right. Like Eddie Vedder. Like,
He was
aren't
like,
you a
"Yeah,
Seattle band?
Yeah, come on over. We can play guitar. That's
Yeah.
why it was all for Theo. That's
Yeah.
why he was involved the way he was.
That makes sense. Tommy, the Cubs are a professional baseball team.
I'm aware who the
Okay,
Cubs are.
great. Oh yeah, you're gonna wear that on a in Ballpark Village.
Yeah, I am.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I actually
you're gonna have to
enjoy
sign a release.
baseball.
Do you?
Yeah,
You're into baseball?
yeah.
Travis, start quizzing him. Let's see what he's got.
Well, don't do that. I almost went to a game last night, but I didn't.
Almost.
But you did.
Almost went
I got
to a
season
game.
tickets.
What'd you do? What'd you do instead? Stood around in a parking lot.
I did. I went to the Funny Bone, had a great time. Didn't get home early enough, and now I'm really sleepy.
Yeah, that happens.
Here's too. I wanted to give you guys video and radio. The video of Maroon's goal in double overtime with Chris Kerber on the call. So here's how that went.
Blues have the puck. Thomas off the wall. Shoots, and it's in. They score! It's the St. Louisan, Pat Maroon. Bring out the Zamboni. Pat Maroon just put the city on his shoulders, and he sends them to the conference finals. A 2-1 win in double overtime over the Dallas Stars.
That's pretty incredible.
The St. Louis Blues team was in last place at the start of January. I believe no team up until that point was in last place in the month of January ever won a playoff series. The Blues are the first franchise to have now won 2. Where this team was at the early part of the year, a lot of us who cover the team, that talked about the team on radio, we just kept coming back to, well, Jeff Jones. Let me throw out names because we didn't cover anything. Jeff
said
Jones.
us.
Well, he is us. He
All
is
right,
one
all
of
right.
us. He's part
All
of the
right.
family.
All right.
Gardner, hush your mouth. The fact is, the people that we talk to who cover the Blues
Okay, there
said
you go.
from the beginning that they need to start on 2019-2020 season. We were talking about draft picks. Ben Hockman will come on our show, talk about draft picks. And to see this team now, one of the final 4 teams left standing in the NHL playoffs, I don't think we've seen a run like this in the history of this franchise. And I know we've seen it in years past where we're like, maybe this is the year, maybe this is the year. But considering how the Blues won that game last night, and again, there were multiple opportunities for the Stars to put the Blues away in that first overtime. To see them now in the Western Conference Finals, you kind of have to believe that maybe, Chris, maybe this is the year they finally get to the Cup.
I certainly hope so. There's so many great fans. I know we had Carly in here Monday talking about everybody's loving the, I guess just the excitement around the playoffs and everything. So if you have that many fans that can go another 2 series and then be rewarded at the end, I think that'd be great for the city and be great for local bars.
That's what I was
and
going
the
to
local
ask.
economy
Like,
too.
can the bars handle this?
I'll say that. I mean, at a certain point, they're going to have to start handing out pillows and cots and things like that.
Because they haven't been here before. You got to think that it's good for them.
Yeah, fantastic.
Right, Travis? But, you know,
not good for marriages, I wouldn't think.
It's all about the late night drinking and making sure the bartenders get tipped 20%. I'm looking forward to that.
Why is that nerdy to be happy about your local economy? Tommy has literally fallen asleep.
I didn't fall asleep.
I think he was. I think you were asleep.
My eyes. I didn't fall asleep.
This is. You got super defensive about it, so I think you actually fell asleep. That's great. Travis, you upset Meredith in the comments, making fun of the ladies of St. Louis. First catch up on your hot dog, and now you're sitting there saying St. Louis women look like. Sit down, be humble. Wow. Oh, man. And then shout out to Steve in Des Moines checking in. He's upset that the lights are on very bright and people are talking extra loud. So he had a late one. I don't know. That's prime viewing in Des Moines when your hometown team is playing an exciting game last night, though. So, Travis, will you continue to follow your hometown team, or do you care since you're in New York now?
I mean, I would love to actually be at one of the Western Conference Finals games. I'm very happy for this organization mostly. Look, we've done Blacks and Blues. I've been to a few games this season because, and Carly has hooked me up several times. And the organization as a whole, they are incredibly hardworking, polite people. They've always treated us well. And every time I go to a game, the fans are just so welcoming. And so I'm more than anything just happy for them because these people truly are invested into this organization. And to have a moment like that last night was really cool to watch. So I'll watch from afar here in New York and support the team. If John Hamm can do it when he's in LA, I can do it here in New York. So I'm looking forward to seeing the Blues hopefully get to the Stanley Cup Finals. That would be really cool. I would probably, if I get this salary bump that I was promised at the beginning of this new business venture, I will make an attempt to fly back to St. Louis and go to the Stanley Cup Finals should the Blues make it.
All kidding and everything aside, I just want to make note that Travis just put himself on the same level as John Hamm. We all heard that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're both in the industry,
Right.
so John Hamm has been a screenwriter before. I am a screenwriter. John Hamm is very handsome with a great beard who probably drinks a lot. I too am very handsome who drinks a lot and probably other narcotics. So we're basically the same people.
That's nice of you to say that about him, since I believe he might have had to enter a facility at one point. So, you know.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
That's
that's
right.
cool.
Some people can't handle Vegas.
You know what? I agree with everything Travis just said. I think he was right on all of those points.
This is getting really interesting. I'm noticing some kind of a...
Will you please return my text?
Tommy shushed me. Tommy looked at me. He was like, "Don't step on my punchline. I've got something coming here." That was good. Travis, you're.
Chris,
I explained.
Chris, what is going on, by the way?
What's that?
What's going on with you? Are
What do you mean?
you under the weather?
No.
This is the second show I've seen where you've not had a suit jacket on.
Oh, it's.
What is happening? Are you doing business via Skype now?
Hey, listen. I've got a. This is
What's
a
going on
charity.
with sales?
This
Is everything okay back in St. Louis?
This is a
Are we going out
charity
of business?
T-shirt. This is a charity T-shirt. My hair's got a good flow. I'm
You
feeling
leaving
great.
has put him in a deep depression.
Yes, there it is. I never thought
Chris,
that
come
would
up
do
to
it.
the screen. Chris, come up to the screen. Come here.
I don't know if we
Come
have
here.
that. I don't want to upset Gardner again. No, Gardner, cut away! Cut away! Oh no, it's gone full chat roulette. Oh, we're gonna see a meat spin situation in a second. No. You think that would get us off, kicked off of Facebook, Travis, if we just started the show with you doing the meat spin thing?
I sure hope
What's
so.
the meat spin?
Oh, Google it, dude.
All right.
Meatspin.com. Don't show it on the camera. Yeah, Google meatspin. Is it meatspin.com?
Is he really looking it up?
Yeah, of course. He's here for the laughs, man. He goes hard in the paint.
Yeah, it's going to be some hard in the paint here in about 5 seconds.
It's loading.
Was it? Is this? What?
Oh,
Is
it's
it
gonna unload here in a
meatspin.com?
minute.
I think it's
I was gonna Google
meatspin.
meat spin.
No, yeah. I mean, yeah. Just there you go. Did you find it? This is happening live. Oh no, he picked up the Urban Dictionary definition.
No, look at meatspin.com.
Yeah, just meatspin.com.
What
There it
is-
is. I would
where?
like to say all
Oh,
sponsors and people associated with the show, absolutely.
Oh God.
Here's part of our new show. We just send Tommy to
horrific
websites
intern.
and watch the reaction.
Yeah, I'll just say that there's he's not
God.
actually an intern. He just shows up here, so that was not anything to do with anyone that
That
works
was
here.
the most. That was
Anything
the most.
he
like,
chose to do that. He's going to be punished for that. Actually, he looked that up on work time. This is.
that was straight out of a horror movie. You know how like when you see a group of people running from a scene, and there's always one guy running towards the what's going on, and then he's surprised that he's getting murdered.
Right.
That's what just happened with Tommy. He's
Right.
Oh,
like
God.
shocked that a website called meatspins.com would be upsetting.
Oh God!
We just had to watch Tommy get half eaten by a zombie. We're like, oh no!
I thought he was gonna throw his phone, like his jump shot. Just
No,
take that with his phone.
The fact that he was
It's like
willing
it's like
to play
the reaction
along,
of your
he
friends.
just. What's
That's
that?
the reaction of your friends when you see Two Girls, One Cup.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what just happened to Tommy right there.
In the comments, Birch says on tomorrow's show, Tommy meets Two Girls, One Cup.
Never seen that video.
Well, I haven't either. Are you guys going to
Yeah,
chastise me for
that's-
that too? Like, oh, have you not seen it? No, I've avoided
No.
that. What was the other
I have
horrible one?
seen it.
Goatsy? Was Goatsy?
God.
Lemon Party? Oh,
I'm
man.
glad I don't know what these are.
This is a problem with being a
Goatsy.
teenager with internet access in the
Yeah.
library and your friends walk around and you're like, hey, check this out.
Goatsy
Pretty bad.
would get some screens. Like Two Girls, One
I
Cup
don't
is
wanna
more
talk
of
about
a.
it anymore.
Oh my!
I don't wanna talk about it anymore.
Yeah, Goatsy is
Oh.
more of a. No! No! So there are different reactions to these. Stop it!
What's happening?
How are you gonna wipe? It's more like that.
Adam says blue waffle in the comment.
No!
Why?
No! No!
Why? Oh.
I had to I
No.
was told to ask my teacher about that in 8th grade.
Blue waffle?
Yeah, and she didn't know either,
I've
so
never,
we
now
Googled
that
it
one I have
together.
not heard
And
of.
then what happened?
It got real weird.
Can
Black
someone give
Sheep's
me a
upset he
general
didn't
idea?
hear the "You Spin Me Right Round" song going on in the background. Oh, what were you saying, Travis?
I don't know what the blue waffle thing is. I've never
Don't.
heard of this.
First
Google
of
it.
all, first
Can you give me a general? Can you give me a general idea?
I've
Not
never
on air.
seen it. I know not to look for it.
Tommy asked we're present of the Tommy asked his teacher about it.
They told the other students were like, you should do that, and I was like, okay.
What can someone like slightly break it down, articulate it?
No,
sort of
I'm
for
good
me?
on it. I'm something
Tommy
you
would be
shouldn't
good
look
at
up.
this.
Yeah, we'll have him check it out, and if he chooses to
I'll
do so
send
on
you
his
a
own will.
text.
Okay. We're coming to the end of a great hour. I know everybody's really excited, and we now are sponsorless, friendless, and without any kind of information going forward on these types of websites. I don't know if we can continue the show, but we'll try in the second hour. We've got Dr. Ed from Hillside Animal Hospital. We'll play some dogs on film. Big thanks to our friends at Tech Electronics for making this show possible with the wonderful studio we have put together. Travis is in New York. We got intern Tommy hanging out with myself, and we're going to hang out, have some fun, come back for the second hour. Quick break. Be right back.